Millard, in utter humiliation, Millard. I am submitting, Millard. এটাই তো নাকি? না বাবুকে থ্রেট করেছি আর কি মনে নয়। এসো প্রবীণ দা, এসো।
কি এটা?
আরে সুমিতাবকে থ্রেট করেছে ফোন করে, মেসেজ করে। সুমিতাবু সুনীলদার ছেলে, কেন? ও দাঁড়িয়ে হাসছিল তাই। Millard, may be permitted to point out two things. Millard, two humiliating things has been taken place yesterday. One, when my junior was standing over there when this matter was going on, in the night he got a message saying that you were laughing and enjoying today. All video recording are in exclusive possession of me, which will be submitted before honorable Supreme Court. This is one. Second thing is that there is a video clipping has been recorded in the Facebook. Some derogatory comment has been made against our High Court. And Millard, I will not say whatever is happened and what is the context of the matter, Millard, but I would say this is a kind of, Millard, clear criminal contempt. Yes, my lord. Yes. Correct.
Sir, whatever incident stated, sir, you had specific forum to agitate, then of course, regulatory plus of the I mean, honorable justice. So let us proceed with this, sir.
That doesn't, I will not mind, but I will request your lordship, possibly lordship has missed some of the words during the conversation of the Millard this video. Millard, in the video conversation, there is some derogatory remarks caustic remarks has been made against your lordship. One of the remarks, I would say, is biasness. Would your lordship not take the criminal contempt today? That's I'm asking myself. A person without any rope, without anything, is coming up and making a submission. This is a Millard modesty of our High Court at stake. We will definitely take steps. But so far, we are the officer of the court. Today, somebody having the Millard audacity to say online that your lordship is biased. I will not say. I am feeling humiliating to that extent. Would your lordship not take steps on that extent?
Sir, I have not gone through the clippings.
Your lordship,
let me tell you one thing. If the petitioner is not there, I will hear out the others and we'll put an end to this. Thereafter, let them take whatever steps they have to. I've just received a copy.
The video clippings was addressing to the Justice Sanjeev Khanna, my Lord Justice, Chief Justice.
Let the Honorable Chief Justice of India also decide on this. Right, sir? Because all the recordings, from the day one when this matter has been posted in this court, each and every proceeding has been live streamed and it is on record. Right, sir? So, I believe if certain issues of biasness, etc., has been agitated against this course, and this is a letter which has been addressed to the Honorable President of India, Honorable Collegium headed by Honorable Chief Justice of India, Honorable Justice Lordship Shivagyanam, and the Registrar General.
Correct.
Right? So on that day itself, on the earlier date itself, this court stated that the next complaint will be against this court.
It was the apprehension of this court.
So this is that there's nothing, it's not something which is new to this court. Sir, we are here, we have been given, and this court was assigned this matter. They raised an issue seeking protection from
By
the
the C-
CISF being threatened on numerous occasions. This court had asked them to produce a copy of the complaint or the number of the complaint or GD entry wherein they had brought those incidents to the notice of the concerned police station, which they have not done till date. So now let us finish it off, sir. And I would request you, sir, since you are not on record or whatever, I believe the Chief Justice is there in courtroom number 1 today.
No, he's not
He's
sitting
not
today.
there. So, sir, Monday, I believe Chief Justice will be there. It should also be brought to the notice because he is the head of this institution.
Master of the roster.
He is the master of the roster. He is the head of the institution. Unless and until he says to, release the matter, whatever allegations come, I will not release. Okay, sir? Because I am true to my conscience. I am not biased and I'm true to my
No,
conscience.
certainly not.
Right?
Certainly not.
And whosoever, everybody has got the liberty nowadays, I believe, and that too in the present era. So what I believe will be right to be placed before the Honorable Chief Justice. So whatever you are stating, sir, you please mention this to the Honorable Chief Justice. Right, sir? Because now this has to come to an end.
Correct.
Absolutely.
And this, the earlier order was crystal clear that they will appear and they will put forth their case. Because due to this pendency of the instant writ petition, a criminal revisional application is pending before the bench of the, before the coordinate bench. It is also not proceeding anywhere.
Mr. Subra Ghosh, yes.
Yes, sir, I will hear out. Respondent number 1 and 2, sir.
Milord, my learned friend.
Yes. Milord, your lordship has already covered my argument in your lordship's order, last order dated, Milord, 14th of February 2025. Your lordship kindly see, Milord, our last occasion I submitted, Milord, so far as the prayer of the petitioner regarding the, Milord, deployment of central force, it's a prerogative of the Home Department. And your lordship will find not a single document, not a single representation to the Department of Home Affairs. This is my first submission, whether your lordship will entertain this kind of allegation or not. And second, your lordship is absolutely correct. Last occasion, your lordship has pointed out that so far as the threat perception is concerned, my lord, let them produce the document for which they are praying for central forces. That was not brought before your lordship. On these two circumstances.
So you use the mic, please.
Yes. So, my lord, these are the two circumstances, my lord. I want your lordship should take a call. Number one, the Ministry of Home Affairs, they have not given a single representation to the Ministry of Home Affairs. So, my lord, it is the entire prerogative of the Ministry of Home Affairs to, to deployment of the central force. And so far as the threat perception is concerned, your lordship has last occasion, my lord, asked them to produce the GD entry and all, whether they have or not. But, my lord, they did not produce it. But on that context, my lord, so far as this prayer is concerned, my lord, I have some objection.
Which one, sir?
The deployment of, my lord, the central forces.
Central forces.
And so far as quashing is concerned, I have nothing to say
Now,
because
sir,
I am not a
what was
party
the
there.
complaint against the petitioners? Complaint filed against the petitioners.
My lord, that the state will be able to,
Okay.
my lord.
Who is representing the state, sir?
Yes, ma'am. The entire, Milord, pursuant to lordship's directions, the reports has already been given along with the investigational process which has been extended till date. That has also been on record, my lord. So for the prayer
Sir,
for
this was-
washing, my lord, from my lord, page 53, my lord, your lordships can find the prayers. The materials which is on record, my lord, subject to corrections by your lordships, and also, my lord, the quashing of the entire proceeding, as per my humble submissions, does not amounts, my lord. There are sufficient materials which has already been investigated, and the case diary reflects so. The offense for prayer for quashing at this stage of the investigation, or where charge sheet has not yet been filed, my lord, does not arise. Second, my lord, deployment, I am not making any submissions, because deployment of CISF. So for the prayer E is concerned, my lord, that your lordship has already heard from this, and your lordship has indicated that whatever the threatening part, my lord, the CBI, CID has not been investigating or properly investigating other causing threats. My lord, there is not a single piece of evidence or any document to show that these allegations are substantiated with the writ petition. So, my lord, this substantiation, if it is not at all in the writ petitions, no, this prayers which has made by the petitioners means absolutely, my lord, redundant. But it is not applicable so far these facts and circumstances. Other, my lords, the prayers, my lord, what they have, the Chatterjee Hart, my lord, I have filed an entire report, my lord, with your lordships already. That is, so, my lord, this investigation has already been extended for a long. There are sufficient materials for prayer for quashing, but I
So you had, the charge sheet has not been filed.
not filed, but it is ready. It can be filed.
So did you give a copy of the record?
Reports.
I mean, case diary is there with you?
Yes, my lord, case diary is there, but in voluminous case diary, this is the part, my lord. But the reports, my lord, with your lordship's record, my lord, it is there already recorded. As pursuant to 11th November or 18th November 2024, my lord, we have submitted the entire reports. My lord, that is reflected. My lord, I have a copy. If my lords, my lord, I can furnish once.
Sealed cover.
Yes, my lord.
Okay.
My lord, 2 PS, 2 separate reports with your lordship's record. If it is not there,
Chatterjee had 86 known against the president.
Lord, if your lordships find Chatterjee Hart 86, that is against the petitioners, where, my lord, he is praying for quashing. That's
Okay, sir. So you mean to say that there are sufficient materials on record?
on record as per till date for the investigation purpose, which is there, which is reflected.
Now, please tell me what was the complaint against the petitioner?
Chatterjee Hart Kitaji. 63, my lord, if your lordships comes. The first 62, my lord, is the one Chatterjee Hart PS. That is not. My lord, if your lordships comes to 141, that is in concern with the petitioners.
141.
Yes. Detailed complaints of the de facto complainant, respondent number 913.
So it seems that the present petitioners had been the conducting advocates
Yes, yes.
for one, for their client. That is a respondent number
13.
13.
एक चैटर्जी had written a FIR along with PC document. So, who related no? अच्छा, कोई रिपोर्ट है ना? नहीं, 86.
So the respondent number 13
13, 13.
13 had oh, so there has been a case and a counter case.
Yes, yes. That's the pending before the criminal court, my lord, what your lordship, my lord, it can. In that, my lord, he wanted a protection of CISF with the prayer of additions of these. So, investigational part, my lord, your lordship is directed to file a report. We have
Okay.
filed both the reports, my lord, 78 as well as 86. 86 is related with the petitioners, my lord, 70 is the other way. It is 78. It is. It has right.
Exactly. So it is the first.
Now, who has filed I mean, a complaint has also been filed before this Tamil Nadu, in Tamil Nadu.
But my respondent number 13, my lord, can appraise of these facts, my lord. That's Tamil Nadu, my lord.
Your Lordship, the incident, the alleged incident of 24/2023 took place in Vellore. While the respondent number 13 was going to see his mother, who had undergone a surgery of rib bone fracture, this lady and her husband, both the petitioners accompanied them almost forcibly, that we had to go and have to see your ancestral property and it is needed to be submitted before the Alipur bench, Alipur learned court for filing affidavit of assets and liabilities. So they accompanied
In connection with which matter?
with his matrimonial matters, which this lady was handling, petitioner number 1. So they accompanied the private respondent number 1. From there, they went to the hospital and they forcibly almost threatened him to take him to his home, or else they will file a complaint under 376 in Vellore itself. The auto was also taken to the police station. Somehow he just told that I will take you back to my home, although my father, who is 91 years old and a retired professor of Vellore Medical College, is not well and he is not willing to see you. But they threatened him that you have to sell off all your properties and have to pay 50 lakhs to us. When he refused, the father of the respondent number 13, then they threatened him violently and took the private respondent to the lodge where they were staying. And they kept the passport, the Aadhaar card, his bank documents and his luggage with them. They just confiscated those documents and kept the private respondent in the lodge itself. He was not allowed to talk with his father, nor was allowed to send messages. Just he was allowed to say that you send me not less than 5 to 10 lakhs, or else they will not leave my documents. They will not let me go. So after few days, 2-3 days, immediately the senior person called the police on 21st itself. The police officer came, the Vellore police from the Vellore police station, but they told that you have to come to the police station to lodge FIRs. So he is unable to walk properly and he is not able to see also. So finally, he could not go to the police
No, I
station.
find another complaint case that
Yes.
is 78.
Eight.
Yes,
So 78 of 78 Chatterjee had.
yes,
Yes,
your
yes,
police
that is
station.
also Chatterjee.
So this was lodged by the petitioner number 1
Yes,
against
your lordship.
the
Yes, your
respondent
lordship.
number 13.
Yes.
So that was prior.
No, this incident, it was the incident which is reported in 78 is of the same time actually, 20th of April 2023, your lordship. Just the narration of the story has been changed. What she did, she just, her power was withdrawn on 3rd of May by the private respondent number 13. After going
Power
to
from?
power of representing him before the learned court at Alipur. He withdrawn the power on 3rd of May after somehow managing to go away from their clutches. So soon after, they she withdrew his matrimonial suit on the 3rd in the morning, and on 4th she filed this complaint, 78. But on 3rd, while he withdrawn the complaint, withdrawn her power, he sent complaints to all the police stations that he is under serious threat of his life and limb. His documents were kept and he was assaulted. He was misbehaved and everything was already in record. He sent mails. He called the police stations which were not taken action. So later on, when this Chatterjee had PS case was filed, he was not aware of, because this incident had never happened. He came back to Kolkata after a period of more than 1.5
He's not a resident of Kolkata.
No, no, your lordship. He was previously practicing in Apollo Hospital. He's an oncologist. Later on, due to the dispute with his wife, he went to Bangladesh and took up a new job. So, your lordship, when he just withdrew her power, later on she just started this. She filed this case. He came back to Kolkata after 1.5 months to see his mother. While returning back, he filed a complaint before the Bar Council against this lady, and also a criminal revision against a false complaint lodged by his wife under 498 due to the sending of a mail by this lady on 25th of April. This petitioner number 1 on his behalf had sent a mail without his knowledge to his wife, and on the basis of that mail she filed a complaint. So he filed a criminal revision on 10th of July 2023. Both these cases were filed in the High Court premises, your lordship. He was unaware of any pending FIR. So when he went back to Bangladesh on 11th of July, he was arrested in Petrapol. And from there, he came to know that some case has been filed against him, that a payment of 10 lakh is due as professional fee, this and that. This complaint itself is full of contradictions, your lordship, and the incident she has narrated of 29th of April, but from the materials which are available with the private respondent, they went to the Eden Garden. He was taken forcibly. He was beaten.
How can a person be taken forcibly, madam?
Yes, your lordship, I'm telling what happened. He was kept
He's
in a
an
closed door.
able-bodied person.
He's able-bodied person, but since the passport were kept in their custody, and he had to
And why did he part with his passport?
because they reached at the midnight, your lordship, to Vellore. They reached Vellore at the midnight. From there, they had to go a little bit far away to his own house. So he kept the suitcase and he came to see his mother in the morning. From there, this incident all happened. It was a mistake on his part because he relied on that person. This couple was telling them that you keep the suitcase with us, you go and see your mother first. Then when he returned, he asked for the,
No, as you said, the case concerning the dispute between the respondent number 13 and his wife was filed in Alipur.
yes,
So, what was the necessity of the respondent number 13 to ask these petitioners to accompany him to Vellore?
he never asked them to accompany. This lady and her husband, they told we have to go to Vellore to see your ancestral property. And he was always told that you never move before our permission. Because if you go anywhere without our knowledge, police will just arrest you and keep you behind the bars because your wife is pressing a lot of matrimonial disputes against you. Actually, this person is, his mother is British. So he is very credulent, actually, what I felt, that he believes in whatever they told, in whatever someone is telling about the procedures, about the orders, everything. And this was a mistake on his part. And since his mother was ailing and his father was very aged and he has no siblings, so he felt that if I do not obey whatever is directed by them, they will just perish
So,
me.
now the respondent number 13 at one point of time did trust the petitioners.
Yes, yes.
So, it means that they had a
yes,
good relationship
yes.
between them.
yes, your lordship.
So, apparently, it appears that with time it has become constrained.
A good relation in the sense, your lordship, a number of threatening messages were sent. Voice calls are also there. Very dirty languages have been used against his mother, his father. He was under a duress, actually, that if you do not obey, you do not pay me 2 lakhs within a period of 2 days, or you do not obey whatever I'm telling, your matters will be all compromised. I will withdraw your cases or I will file 302 against you. There are several transcriptions are also available with me, your lordship, which were shown before the Honorable Supreme Court. So this threatening has,
This matter has traversed to
yes,
Honorable Supreme Court
yes, your
also.
lordship, because he was arrested. He was in judicial custody.
And what did the Honorable Supreme Court say?
Yes, your lordship, order is there.
Order of
Relaxation
Honorable Supreme Court?
of yes, regarding the relaxation of his bail conditions, your lordship. For 5 months he could not go from Kolkata just because on every date of his application for relaxation, she used to come and produce a forged document before the honorable court and said that I am being harassed, I have been raped, I have been this and that. He should not be allowed to go to Bangladesh.
Show me the order of
Yes, Your
Honorable
Lordship.
Supreme Court
Yes, Your
granting bail to the respondent number
Yes, Your
13.
Yes, your lordship. Your lordship, just Mr. Neeraj Shekhar, counsel of Supreme Court, is on the virtual mode, your lordship. On the law point, he will be detailed.
May I please, Your Lordship, no?
So, I
Uh,
just wanted
but
to see
in-
the order passed by the
Yes.
Honorable Supreme Court.
Yes, your
Correct.
Granting
That
bail
was only with regard
respondent
to.
13.
Correct, Lord. May I just briefly indicate, my lord, that what was challenged before the Supreme Court was the condition of bail, my lord.
Yes.
One of the
Your
conditions
Lordship,
was that
having the
passport
affidavit
was
in opposition.
Yes.
one of the conditions was that the passport was seized and he was not able to travel to Bangladesh, my lord.
Page 12 of that.
So therefore, my lord, my lord, we approached the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has been pleased to relax that condition. Supreme Court directed the investigating agency to release the passport and only for the purpose of traveling, my lord. And rest of the conditions remain the same.
Now, did the petitioners file any other application before the Supreme Court?
Yes, your lordship. The petitioners filed one application for transfer of both the
Apart from
criminal
that,
petitions.
And what was the order of the Supreme Court?
Dismissed, your lordship. Dismissed. Having no merit.
Where is it?
Your Lordship, I had given it on one day. It may be in the record itself, Your Lordship. Today
Which
I'm
page? Tell me the page.
no, it is not in the read, but
So
I
very unfortunate, my lord, this PDF.
submitted it.
Okay. We will be
I can get it, Your Lordship, in a few minutes.
They had earlier filed application before the Supreme Court for transfer of both the Strategy Hut
Yes,
cases,
criminal revisions, criminal revisions. Your
criminal
Lordship.
revision.
Yes, those were dismissed, Your Lordship.
Those were dismissed.
Yes, Your Lordship.
So can you give me the number at least?
Yes, Your Lordship. I will give the printout itself, Your Lordship.
So it was dismissed on merits?
Yes, having no merit because she was showing some reasons of political affinity with the respondent number 13, and that she is filing PILs, and that's why the state authorities are just damaging her reputation, this or that. This was the main contention of her prayer for transferring these two applications. Orders, Your Lordship, I'm submitting the orders soon. Transfer petition. Your Lordship may kindly see the order passed by the Honorable Division Bench granting bail to the private respondent number 13, where it has been mentioned that the incident of 29/4 has been reported by a lawyer on 4th of May, Your Lordship, and that too after withdrawing the petition. And no evidence of medical.
So, Acha, it appears that this bail was, and the order of bail was granted to the respondent number 13 by the division bench presided over by Justice
Joymal Lobakchi, Your Lordship.
Justice Joymal Lobakchi. Okay.
And the observation of the Honorable Court was that that professional obligations were not properly maintained, and the relation between them prior to the visit of at Vellore was not so bad. So investigation into the incident of Vellore was important. It is also mentioned in the order, Your Lordship.
Okay.
On the basis of this order, the Honorable Supreme Court granted relaxation of his
Now,
bail
why did you
conditions.
file the instant complaint?
Your Lordship, when he was in judicial custody, the complaint mentions that an amount of 10 lakhs was due. So he told me that no amount is due. Moreover, he had paid her an amount of 12 lakhs for 3 or 4 matters within a period of 1 year, few months. And rest of the things were absolutely wrong, because on the day of the alleged incident, that is on 29/4/2023 at 9:59 p.m., he transferred almost, he depleted his savings and kept only 228 rupees in his account. He had to cancel his flight tickets of Bangladesh, and when he assured them that after going to Bangladesh, I will send you money, please let me go. Then on 30th, he was allowed to depart. So the incidents which happened during the last 1 year, Your Lordship, it was extremely harassing, because he was tortured mentally, physically, and always he was threatened that whenever you will do anything without my order.
Where is the scope of physical torture, madam?
Whenever he comes to Kolkata, Your
He
Lordship.
was not under their captivity.
Captivity for 10 days, Your Lordship. From Vellore, they took them to her chamber at Howrah. They kept it in their house. For 7 days, he was here, Your Lordship. And he was assaulted. He was not given food properly. The husband of the petitioner, the petition number 2, tried to just assault him with a rod also. we have all the evidences, Your Lordship. Verbal, because he recorded few of his verbal communications, which are extremely fearful, Your Lordship. You have to pay this amount by tomorrow, or else I will ruin your life. Whoever will.
Have you given them
Yes.
to the investigating
Yes.
agency?
Yes, Your Lordship. I have given. And few handwriting expert reports are also there that forged signature was used for withdrawing the case before the learned 13 ADJ, Your Lordship. Although she has been persistently saying that the private respondent was present before the learned court, but his immigration seal that he has left Kolkata on 30th of April justifies, and his presence in Bangladesh was also there. Later on, it was found that the signature was forged, which he was contending from the very beginning, Your Lordship. They had used a number of his forged signatures in the writ petitions in different places. And they are contradicting, Your Lordship. In her own supplementary affidavit, she has contradicted whatever she has said in the FIR. She has contradicted in a number of documents in her own submissions and affidavits. And she kept on filing FIRs. This was the first one after the Honorable Apex Court granted relaxation and directed the learned CJM Howrah to release the passport. She prevented the learned CJM for 15 days, Your Lordship, to release the passport in every manner, creating ruckus, almost threatening that you will be brought for disciplinary proceeding, this or that. I will complain before the Honorable Supreme Court against you. At 8 p.m., the learned CJM on 3rd of January, she ordered the release of the passport, and on 4th, on the very next day, she came and filed another FIR under 156 clause 3, Your Lordship. Then this is continuing against me, against everyone, Your Lordship, whoever is somewhere related with this case. Learned counsel Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya was engaged by me in one of the hearings. She went to him and said that please do not appear in any of my matters. And I am just now left with no option, Your Lordship, to handle these matters. And today my husband is in Defense, Ministry of Defense, gazetted A-class officer. Today he has received a complaint from the ministry. She has said that he is just transferring some informations from the Ministry of Defense to Bangladesh with Deepak Shankar Rai, this or that. This person is under terrible hardship, Your Lordship. He was almost committing suicide. He did not get salary for 5 months. His employment was on the verge of ruin, actually. His employment was renewed after few months of his visit to Bangladesh. So both his wife and this lady, this verbal communication is there, Your Lordship.
Anyway, let us not get personal,
Yes,
madam.
yes,
You concentrate only to
Yes.
the
Yes, Your Lordship.
facts of the case.
Yes.
So now the prayer portion, let us come to the prayer portion once. Sir, just for the sake of recapitulation, because this has been proceeding for quite some time, mandamus do issue commanding the respondents to declare the impugned proceedings of Chatterjee Hat Police Station, case number such and such, dated such and such, under section 341, 365, 468, 420, 506, 34 IPC to be illegal, void ab initio, and unconstitutional. Now, if they also had agitated the fact of CID investigation that is of
Already.
course, on record, being ordered by the coordinate bench of this court that since there has been allegations and counter allegations against the investigating agency, the
CID to
investigation will be done by the CID. So this is one,
and it is being done.
it's being done. Now, I had asked them, they had also sought for taking action against the CJM Howrah. That probably was deleted later on.
Yes, yes.
That
And
was deleted.
Name was deleted, yes.
I mean, earlier the learned CJM at Howrah was also made the
One of
party,
yes,
and thereafter they had
yes.
deleted. So recall, resign, all steps, same thing. Now, this is that notification, I believe, in pair number E, notification
Yes,
issued
yes.
by the office of the
Yes.
Respondent number 6 wide ORG number C618 CS stated. This is probably that notification issued for CID investigation
investigation to
to the CID.
To put it short, two cases. One lodged. There are two cases, one lodged against her, one lodged by her. So far as the prayers are concerned, I find, so the one lodged against her, she has sought for quashing, that is Chatterjee Act 86.
Right. 78
And
of
78 is the one
2023 was the
earlier
one
case lodged by her,
by her, in
in
which
which
she
there
doesn't
is
want the CID.
CID to take over. There, the order of CID taking over the investigation is where your lordship in prayer E will find 618 stroke CS, etc., etc.
Expect.
She has challenged that takeover of
Of
the
the
investigation
investigation
by
by the
CID also
CID.
in her case, where
In
she
her
is the
case.
complainant. This is the long and short of the story, the prayer portion, my lord. Rest of the prayers, my lord, have already been addressed to.
Yes, rest of the pair where she was time and again, I mean, they were asked to produce any document that they have filed,
Well-
any complaint or, I mean, filed any GD entry was recorded that they were harassed.
And so far as, my lord, so if
More or less, the pairs are repetitive.
it's repetitive, my lord, I've now, if produce the relevant records and all, my lord, the common prayers, interim order. But now, if all this is eschewed, what remains, my lord, is the materials collected during the course of investigation as appearing from the case diary. My lord, the involved sections here are 341, 365, 468, 420, and 506, my lord. And now, so far as these sections are complained, in the complaint has been annexed. Your lordship will find the complaint, my lord. This is
141.
page 141 onwards. My lord, the
Sector complaints.
only issue now left is this is the one lodged against
No, sir, there are, I mean, the sections that are there.
my lord, this my lord, page 139, your lordship will see same 341, 365, 468, 420, 506, 34,
Yes.
139. It's a continuation. This goes on. The main complaint begins, my lord, from page 141, the body of the complaint. If your lordship sees now, the so far as first of all the threat perception from her end, 140, page 142, the second paragraph, your lordship, I'm not, my lord, reading out aloud, my lord.
Yes.
No. The so far as the section, my lord, this 341 is concerned, wrongful restraint. My lord, your lordship sees this goes down a few pages. Now, my lord, 141 bottom, your lordship, please. My lord, and this is the last three lines. This is 341.
They abducted me to Kolkata on April 22nd and where I was confined at her chamber.
This, my lord, the confined at a chamber at such and such, I was not allowed to move anywhere freely. My lord, 341 in its ambit says the person who has been restrained or confined, wrongful confinement. My lord, this we are at the stage of allegation. The allegation prima facie shows that there was an element of confinement, my lord, and 341 is, my lord, cognizable. So, my lord, the investigation so far as these sections are concerned, 364 there is an allegation. My learned friend will be in a better position from the materials in the case diary to establish. My lord, so on a prima facie reading, my lord, the sections as the offences as alleged in the complaint, my lord, they have been detailed out in the now. All that is was
Actually, sir,
Yes.
I had sought for your assistance, not on these
on
grounds.
merit, my lord, I cannot. Yes.
No, sir, not on
Hmm.
these grounds. It was basically for the seeking of CISF protection. Right, sir? Whether they could seek CISF protection on the facts and circumstances
of-
of this case, wherein I don't find in the body of the
Writ petition.
writ petition, apart from averments, that they have lodged any complaint
Hmm.
for being attacked.
And the other thing is, my lord, none of the prayers also say so.
That's what I'm saying.
None of the prayers.
Hmm.
Even if
So only that much, because otherwise
there is nothing.
it follows,
Absolutely.
sir, the general
Whether the law is well settled, it will be covered by the all the judgments of the
and
Honorable Supreme
as
Court and your lordship judge
Mr. Mojumdar
Mojumdar
said
pointed out, my
that
lord.
it is for the Ministry of
Ministry of Home
Home
Affairs.
Affairs
Affairs.
to decide.
Extent your lordship's court also cannot direct me to
Huh.
provide central forces.
Okay.
That is my submission. Your lordship can. In that domain of that area, it is given to the Ministry of Home Affairs, and they should have given a representation before the Home Affairs. And after assessing their threat perception, the Ministry of Home Affairs would have given them the security.
Because from
But-
day one, that
but
has
no
been their
representation.
primary contention, seeking
Hmm.
CISF protection.
So, my lord,
Because in any case, the other issues, it also is pending before the coordinate bench in the criminal revisional application.
my lord, those are contentious issues. So cannot be decided as a question of fact in a writ petition.
That's what it is.
Absolutely.
So I had asked them to be very specific because, sir, the trial and everything, whatever it is, that will be governed under the revisional application that is still pending. Of course, it can be taken up here also. It's not that it can't be, but their primary submission was seeking the CISF protection, and they were not pleased with the investigation being carried out by the CID
CID.
in Chatterjee Police Station case, that is
86.
78.
78 and 80.
ওটা তো
My lord,
কোর্টের অর্ডারে
of,
subject to correction, my lord.
রণবীর ওটা তো
Prayers,
কোর্টের অর্ডারে তো
subject to correction by your lordship, my lord. The prayer what they have made for Chatterjee Hut 86 for quashing, my lord, the revisional applications already pending.
That's what I'm saying, sir,
So, my
that
lord,
the revisional application.
repeated prayer in the writ
Yes.
court, my lord, is absolutely, my lord, subject to, my lord.
Your Lordship, the order of the Honorable Supreme Court regarding the transfer application.
They had filed the application before the Supreme Court for transfer, and thereafter, in the after a certain time, they themselves withdrew it.
This
After-
is
Yes,
regarding
it
the
says after
transfer.
arguing for some time, the petitioner appearing in person seek permission of this court to withdraw this writ petition filed Article 32 of the Constitution with liberty to approach
Oh,
the jurisdictional
This
High
is-
Court.
Yes, this is the writ
Accordingly,
petition.
the writ petition is dismissed as withdrawn with the aforestated
Yes, this
liberty.
is the writ petition after which she filed this instant writ petition, and this order is of the transfer. Your Lordship, this is the transfer application
They
of
had
the
sought for a
yes,
transfer application.
transfer of the criminal revision applications.
Okay, no case for transfer is made out. The transfer petitions are dismissed.
Yes, Your
So
Lordship.
the Honorable Supreme Court has
Already
earlier,
appraised of the entire fact.
apprised of the, yes, and the transfer petition was dismissed. Okay. So,
Grateful to you, Lordship. Milord, having patience since June 24, roughly. That's-
Subject আমি জানি না তোরা facts
yes, sir, anything else you want to? Yes, please.
Order, one of the other, because since your lordship has to address all the prayers, so far as 78 is concerned, where the CID was handed over the investigation, that is subject pursuant to the direction of the coordinate bench.
Yes, yes. Both the, Milord, both.
Yes, yes, because, because
That, there is no appeal.
there's
That's
no.
why
appeal.
I have said that
That
the
is the
repeated prayer before the same.
No, I had asked, sorry, I had asked the learned PP to clarify the issue as to why the CID investigation was asked to be proceeded with.
That was also filed. with
Yes,
the government.
the learned PP has filed a report to that effect.
Yes,
Well, a law is crystallized. There has to be an appeal if the
You are
complainant is, there is, in absence of any appeal, the issue cannot be reopened in a writ petition. Now here is res judicata. That will be res judicata right now.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. I will just
Your Lordship,
I have no idea as to how this copy was placed before this court.
কপিটা কোর্টের কাছে এলো
Because it is addressed to the President of India, Honorable Collegium headed by Honorable Chief Justice of India, Honorable Chief Justice of our High Court and the Register General.
Yes.
Was there a direction on the Register General to place it before this court? Because it's not addressed to this court. Really, that should not be taken into.
Take it correction, your lordship did not take cognizance of that. In that.
You can see it. I mean,
No, Milord, it is to your Lordship.
This is.
Your Lordship observation
I-
is enough.
Your lordship, so your lordship did not take cognizance.
I don't know how the Register General has addressed this to, I mean, asked it to be tagged with the case record. I'm surprised.
Tag.
No, but how can the Register General ask the
This
court to get it tagged with the record?
Got for a clarification from the.
Anyway, we'll see. Thank you so much, sir. All of you. Yes, madam.
Your Lordship, I have a prayer, Your Lordship. I had filed CAN 1 due to the harassment done to my junior. She's a young girl. Now she's working with the IT Delhi. So this
Madam,
petition
why
has-
don't you file separate applications to and place it before the Honorable Chief
I have filed,
Justice?
I have filed, Your Lordship.
Ask, I mean, these are issues because otherwise also Chief Justice being the head of the institution, he will be in a much better position to deal with these applications, I believe.
Lordship.
Because in any case, your junior is also a member of the bar.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Your Lordship.
She is facing numerous
Because
trouble.
this is out of context, madam.
No,
So,
out of due
I mean,
to
yes,
defend, yes.
connected with the subject matter of the
Yes.
writ petition, but these are issues which you address to the Honorable
Your
Chief
Lordship, so many
Justice.
complaints are already lying, Your Lordship. Nothing, no action has been taken.
You
Your
see,
Lordship.
madam, I mean, as you can see, this chair perhaps had some problem, so I just wanted to push the chair in, and the complaint says I was jumping. So let us not. I mean, it's like, you know, it gives a very, it's a very wrongful
Yes.
impression of the entire institution.
Yes, your lordship.
Right?
Yes, your
So
lordship.
anyway, that's not an issue. It will be decided on merits and merits and merits only.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. Yes, your
Absolutely.
lordship.
Deeply
Deeply
obliged.
obliged, your lordship. Deeply obliged.
Grateful to your lordship.
Thank you. Judgment reserved.
Grateful, my lord, grateful.